A lot going on up there at Gain, as we know, and this is 365 days a year. This is all the time. You've got a lot of animals up there, volunteers. So the work is never done, and it's always nice to get a little bit of help from the community. So talk to us about this most recent donation.
So we got this awesome donation from the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Guam, TACO or TICO. I wasn't familiar with the office, but they emailed us just kind of out of the blue, and they wanted to get involved and have some connection with us. They have a new president, Mr. Chen, and he's been on island just for a couple of months now. And, he has seen the stray dog problem on island, and he had spent some time in LA. And so he, doing some awesome work at some shelters and rescues out there. So he just really wanted to help and introduce himself. And so they donated $500 along with some, supplies and dog food and all that good stuff. So yeah, it was really great to meet them and learn about the office and just sort of create a new partnership in the community. That's always a plus for us.
And I think we've heard that story before. Anytime someone gets involved in shelter work, wherever they go in the world, they get involved in that local shelter. So you've probably seen dozens and dozens of people like that here on island, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, the same day that we received that donation, which I we had been in contact, so I was expecting them to arrive. Another group of people showed up, and they had a donation from the company Island Certs. So it's just people are just always thinking of us, and it's really awesome to just kind of suddenly have these people show up with goodies for us, and it's nice, and it's nice to have those things happen, of course, during 2020, just because there hasn't been a lot of
and like I said, you always need the supplies, the donations, the dog food, cat food, litter, toys, things like that. What is the glaring need right now that you're looking at? When you check the warehouse, you're like, okay, we're running a little low here.
Yeah. So right now we're not fully closed, but we are restricted to foot traffic. And none of the adoptable animals are at the shelter. They're actually all in foster homes. But we do receive, emergencies. We're still accepting emergencies. So animals that are sick or injured, of course, if there's a bite that happens, we still have to be able to receive that. So we still do need food to care for animals that might be coming in every so often. So we have noticed that we're a little bit low on dog food. And that is something that, we have to think about in anticipation of opening back up again. We want to be ready for when that happens, because then we're suddenly going to have, all these.
Yeah,
animals.
You don't want to wait until there's no dog food in the shelter.
So let's. Dry dog food is probably a big one. Cat litter is always on that list. Bleach is always on that list.
Let's talk about why the animals are not there. Executive orders, and in 2020, the peak horrors because of the pandemic. Let's talk about what you guys have had to do as far as those executive orders go.
Yeah, so for the safety of our staff and for the safety of the public, we did restrict just public general visitation, and also because we moved all the animals into foster homes because there isn't going to be foot traffic. So there's no visitors, and that's really not beneficial, for the animals. They need that social interaction every day, whether it's the staff or the public just coming to say hi. And when they don't have that, that's pretty tough on them. When we went into the first shutdown earlier this year, we stayed closed for, those first two, the initial 2 weeks that we all thought it was going to be. And they just weren't getting visits, and you could tell that they were getting kind of stressed out. They were sad, and we just couldn't provide, there's only 5 of us maybe at any time at the shelter. We just couldn't provide that interaction for them. So we know that them being in homes is ideal for their behavior, their mental and emotional well-being, and just to be monitoring their health. That's, it's best for them, and it's great for the people. You see it in the States. People are looking for that companionship. It's a two-way street for sure.
Yeah, it really is. How awesome are your foster families here?
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. I know that it's been tough, and for some people, it's not a perfect situation to have a foster animal at their house, but they're still willing to do it. They're still willing to put in that effort and that time and consideration. And a lot of them have ended up adopting. You know, obviously our adoption numbers have gone down just because the situation's different, but we've still been maintaining pretty good numbers. Animals are still going home every month. So we're really, really thankful and grateful for that. But, you know, we are always looking for more fosters. We are still having animals trickle in, you know, and so we hope to have people, you know, always on a backlist, you know, just waiting. So if people are interested, we really encourage them to join the Gain Foster Network Facebook group. You can email us, just message us on any social media. Let us know that you're interested, and we'll connect you to our volunteer coordinator and foster coordinator, and get them set up with somebody, because that's the best route for everyone.
One thing I did want to talk about is it's around Christmas, and sometimes, unfortunately, you see the stories of the Christmas pets that maybe don't pan out. Is that something that you see here on island, or do we not have to worry about that?
You know, I'm sure there's a little bit of that. We do try to share information here and there just about, we're not opposed to people giving gifts. You know, that's actually a question that we have on our application is, you know, is this pet a gift? And it is kind of an old stereotype that if people receive
all pets are gifts, Allison. They're
yes,
all gifts.
It's true. And you know, a lot of people, they used to say like, oh, if you give an animal as a gift, the chances of them being returned to the shelter are higher. And they've actually done research. The same organizations that used to say that have done research and found that that's not necessarily true. Okay, so you shouldn't be afraid to give the gift, but you just need to be very aware of, you know, the breed of the animal. Is this a small little dog that's going to need a lot of exercise, a lot of playtime? Is that the right fit for the person? So it just needs to be a very conscious decision. If you're going to get a gift, a pet for a small child, you know, do they have the family support to make sure that they're taking care of it? Because, you know, we do hear, you know, a lot of those things, and it's just a matter of, like I said, being making a really conscious decision about who you're going to get it for, the type of animal it is, you know, the level of maintenance. That's all very, very important. So we're not opposed to it.
It's a big commitment. You know, this is a life that you're taking into your family to be one of your family members. As you can see my mug here, Cat Dad. Yes. Of course, I am a proud Gain father. So I'm part of the family. And normally on this show, Chris would be hosting, and you guys have a little relationship. So let's talk about poop.
Yes. I didn't know the name of the song until it was posted on YouTube. But yeah, he had been speaking with our president, Cyrus, for a couple of weeks. You know, he had this idea, and he really wanted to, you know, film it up there. And we were kind of bummed just because, you know, we didn't have animals in the kennels, but our volunteer coordinator has been working with some amazing volunteers, and they've actually power washed and repainted all of our kennels. So they're nice and fresh and clean. So he was able to do the video in front of our nice new kennels. And yeah, it was pretty funny to watch him because we couldn't hear what he was singing. We could just see that he's being filmed. And so we were like, oh, okay, hope it's great.
We're like, sure, okay.
Yeah, and it turned out awesome. The quality was great. We met his dog, Blue, I believe is the name, and yeah, it was nice to see it all come together and shared something positive again on our social media. We also recently shared the prank calls he did to the vet offices about, you know, dog hand sanitizer and stuff. That was good.
Well, good. Any way to kind of raise that awareness and, you know, keep you guys up there again in the public consciousness, I think is pretty good. So I got to say, Allison, I'm going to miss the Gain Christmas party this year with everything and that's going on. For the past few years now, I've been hosting that Gain party. Yeah. And it's always fun getting the night for the volunteers to get out there, just have a little fun and celebrate the year and talk about goals for the upcoming year. So we will miss it, but we know that your work continues. So again, last time, if anybody does want to help out, contribute, donate, how can they go about doing that?
If they have any items they want to donate or they want to know what type of items, again, emailing us at info at guamanimals.org. They can message us on our Instagram or Facebook and just let us know that they have interest in donating. If they want to foster any of that, just let us know and we can send you a list of supplies that we really need. We can connect you with all of our coordinators, answer your questions. We understand that, it's difficult to to be in constant communication sometimes just because of the way things are. So we do appreciate everybody's patience and understanding with our situation. People have been really supportive. So, yep, just let us know what you need and we'll do our best to assist you.
All right, appreciate it. Hope we get another email soon about a big donation from some local business or something. So we appreciate your time, Allison. I know it's early, but your work up there never ends. So we really appreciate you and all the volunteers.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you guys too and always connecting with us. We really enjoy working with you guys.
All right, thank you very much. That is Allison Hadley from Guam Animals in Need. And I believe we've got Cover Me, Vic. What do we got?
Today we got the dolls, and I just want to say this before they come on. If you guys happen to see the Netflix show, the Netflix movie Christmas Drop, and it was so crazy because when they were at the party scene and the music was on, they didn't show the stage yet or who was playing, and I was watching and I was like, they sound so familiar. I'm like, did they get a local band to do this? And then lo and behold, bam, they switched the shot to the stage and it was the one and only, or the dolls, jamming out. And I was like, wow.
Okay, so you know what that means technically. I mean, I follow the movie.